Yep. Yep. Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. Mmm. That's some good sweet potato.
Is that our new opening tagline?
It's hey, I've got an idea show.
Sweet potato.
It's Luke Lessashamed Williams and my brother.
Yep. You got it right.
My brother.
Let's do the thing.
We're going to invent a thing. We're going to talk our way through a brand new invention that the world has never seen or wants to see. We will make it right before your eyes, like magicians.
By eyes, you mean ears. Also, I'm Mason Tailsteak Williams.
Hey, you didn't take the cue.
I don't know why you didn't introduce me. I mean, I was right there, open for it, and you didn't.
It's like when you forget. It's like when you forget someone's name and you leave an awkward pause to let them say their name, so that you don't have to look like the jerk that forgot their name.
Okay.
It's exactly like that.
Sure.
Hey, we were just...
You forgot my name.
We're mild acquaintances.
We're brothers.
We do share blood.
We're also genetically related, yes.
There's, and also these are good sweet potatoes, like...
I'm glad you're enjoying them. Can we do the thing?
Maybe? Yeah. We got an hour.
Okay,
we're not going
ladies
anywhere.
And gentlemen, last week, you may remember, my terrible brother said that what we should make is the latest dance craze, which is a super great thing to do in an audio-only medium.
I think we can do it. We just got to be
an audio-only medium that isn't typically musical or rhythmic at all.
Yeah, we can. I'm not saying like let's bust out the step charts. I'm saying let's talk our way into how we're gonna, catch that viral fire.
I don't want to catch viral fire. That sounds like a bad thing to catch.
Okay, you know how some dance crazes, like, literally become crazes and everybody's doing them?
I do not wish to become crazy. I do not wish to have a virus, and I do not wish to be on fire. All of those sound bad.
Macarena.
That was bad.
Macarena.
Thousands died.
That is not true of the Macarena.
Okay.
It was not a virus.
The Macarena was in the 90s. Are you disputing that since then thousands of people have not died? Because I think statistically thousands of people have died.
I feel like the average listener has to bust out a diagram just to chart our tangential thoughts.
Okay, so dance craze. Now this is bad because I have a friend who actually does Highland dancing and shit, and they are very good at it and they know steps and stuff, and we are going to embarrass ourselves to the internet as a whole, but also specifically to my friend, and that's
Mason. Mason.
Yes.
You seem a little apprehensive this week.
I'm apprehensive because the thing that you picked is bad.
Is it because you can't dance?
Yes.
Oh, that is. Oh. Mason.
Is this what we're doing now?
Mason.
For the love of God.
Woo, we are having some kind of fun tonight. We are gonna dance, and it's gonna be great.
Okay, so you know what the number one problem is with dancing?
You just going straight to that standby. Did you have?
That's my thing that I don't actually have.
Because you don't know what the number one problem is with dancing is.
I do know what the number one problem is with dancing.
Well,
Are you ready to hear
tell me.
Body shaming.
Okay, you know what? That pretty much is true. That's the thing. Huh. Okay. So
like, dancing celebrates people who are good at dancing. And there are lots of us who aren't, either because we have no legs, or we have no rhythm, or we're just bad to look at when we move. And I fall into all of those categories.
You don't have legs? That's news to me.
Well, I mean, depending on how you define legs, I do have two appendages.
I just saw you participate in a 3-legged race.
Well, how do you think I lost them? It's still tied to the other person.
It was pretty competitive.
I mean, I was paired up with our mother, and she's a very competitive person. She's walking around with my legs still tied to her right now. It's bad.
Fair. So, how are we gonna do the thing?
Okay, so how do we make dancing that doesn't involve being coordinated or listening to rhythms?
Well, there's many dances. There's many
like
genres.
The dab I would say qualifies, because all you gotta do for a dab is like put your head in your armpit, and like it doesn't even have to be on a beat at all.
Right.
So,
but I mean,
like, dabbing is the ultimate dance.
Dabbing is the ultimate dance. You heard it here first. That's the quotable quote going on the everywhere.
Who invented dabbing?
I'm sorry?
Is there some rapper I should know about who pioneered this shit, or did teens just start doing it on fucking Snapchat with no provocation?
I think that it definitely became silly enough that they own it now. So, like, legally, all teens own dabbing.
Throwing water bottles around, cramming your face in your armpit. Fidget spinners now, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Eating avocados instead of owning a house.
Yep.
That's just how the kids these days are doing it.
I eat enough avocados to prevent me from owning land.
I eat avocados and then I use their sturdy pits to construct a house.
Hey, you are having your cake and eating it too. That's brilliant.
Quality wood in there. Inside each avocado is like a sphere of quality wood. This avocado wood floor, like, you can't see it, but it's gorgeous.
I think maybe you are doing fibbing.
What?
I think that wood and avocados, nary the two shall mix.
Are you telling me that avocados are unrelated to wood?
I am carefully trying to remember if they grow on trees. I don't remember.
Are you under the impression, sir, that they fall from the sky or sprout from the oceans?
I think perhaps they are plucked daintily off of
Jason Mraz.
I was gonna say avocado owl.
No, Jason Mraz.
But I'm sorry,
owns an avocado farm.
I had it wrong. It was Jason Mraz.
He provides all of the avocados.
And I bet he dances.
Does he? Like, he's a singer. I don't know about his moves per se. Does he dab? Can he dab?
Okay, here's a good point. Remember how Adam Levine, when he was still part of Maroon 5.
Adam Levine of Maroon 5, yes.
He had that song Moves Like Jagger. Which
Jagger does not have the moves. It just had it because it rhymed with swagger.
I don't think he even had a reason to put Mick Jagger in this song at all. And it's still a super catchy song. It's super obnoxious that way. It's like, oh, why you
Okay, so you're
Adam,
proposing that we have like moves like blank, and then the blank can be anything regardless of whether or not it has moves.
Well, I mean, because that's the thing, is that it's kind of a conceptual song. People had to actually stop and think, like, wait a second, what does that mean? And then they had to think about how he moved, and maybe he didn't.
Who do we have that has a memorable name, not necessarily known for dancing, but like known for good things in general? So like we can't use Bill Cosby or Jared Fogle or stuff like that.
Right.
We don't want to do moves like Fogle. Like that would be bad.
No, I think we got to do moves like somebody who has been all shapes of body too.
Jackie Chan.
Moves like Jackie Chan?
Moves like Chan. Do you have moves like Chan? And then we got teens fucking on the dance floor popping Molly and dancing with ladders and kicking clogs into each other.
I think that Jackie Chan isn't quite the right electorate here. Is that a word?
Are we? No. There are many reasons why that's not the right word. But anyway, so moves like
okay, you know, in Steven Universe, how they can sometimes like fuse, and then the crystal gems can be like.
Can we make teens fuse?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely didn't look hard on the show, so.
Well, I mean, he had to train for a while and develop an emotional connection. But that's the thing, is like you develop an emotional connection with your dance partner on the dance floor, and then you fuse and you become Stevani, and it's like gender bendy, and that's what all the kids are into these days.
Amazing.
Is having weird hybrid genitals.
No, specifically, well, I mean, now you've raised some interesting questions, but no, Stevani is like the best part of that show. That's not true. There's a lot of best parts. It's a pretty good show. Pretty good show. I'm behind by a couple of.
Anyone who has no idea what Steven Universe is lost. But then I guess in general, anytime you make a culture reference and people don't know, like someone's like, "What? Who's Jackie Chan? I don't understand what they were talking about earlier." And like that's how references work. Like if you don't know the thing that's being referenced, you can either stop and take 5 minutes and explain it, or you can just like move on with your fucking life.
Or you can keep listening and then open another tab and IMDb it or whatever.
Yes, IMDb, Steven Universe. That will tell you everything in the other tab that you need to know to enjoy this podcast.
There you go. That's a free life tip. Free, no charge.
Okay, so while we're telling our listeners to open tabs, which I'm sure they can all do, because like nobody is listening to this on their commute or anything.
Yeah.
Folks, I'm going to need you to go ahead and open up yet another tab.
Okay.
And just like look at Grace Kelly, and just like look at that, and then do that, but to like trip hop, and you're good to go. Problem solved.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
That's how you know the reference is good.
But Grace Kelly, you're not talking about Gene Kelly.
I may in fact be talking about that's I did get a name right? Like there is a person named that.
Grace Kelly is like Princess of Monaco, an actress.
Does she dance? Like she's a dancer, right? Can she?
She was in Rear Window and Dial M for Murder. I don't know if this is who you meant.
Okay, so
I think
Dial
you meant
M
Gene Kelly.
I may have meant Gene Kelly. I got confused because there's. I'm gonna keep making references. There's a song.
Gene Kelly was the Dancing in the Rain guy. I'm assuming you meant him.
Okay, so the reason I got confused there is there's a song by Mika, and
you can't just reference your way out of this one.
I'm gonna keep referencing forever, like it's an infinite loop of references. I'm reasonably certain he says he's got moves like Grace Kelly. Like I would have to listen to the song again. Okay. Open up another tab, folks. Look for like Mika and like Grace Kelly and listen to that song while you're listening to us and see if I'm right or not. Or alternately, open up yet another tab and just look for the lyrics, because lyric sites on the internet are never wrong.
Okay, one more piece of homework for you. Open up one last tab, and this is the last tab we're gonna ask for. Okay. Just Red Panda. You're welcome.
Yeah, no, they're cute.
Leave them there. Forget everything else. In fact, don't even listen to this podcast anymore. Just rest your day.
I think they should, because we're going to tell them the latest dance craze that all the hip kids are doing.
That's true. Now, you actually just gave me an idea.
I'm very sorry.
You said to open another tab. Latest dance craze.
Oh, is that the move? Is that the move? How do you move that?
Yeah, how do you do the tab? You sort of... you do it like this. Yeah.
Are you just clicking enthusiastically?
I'm not even. Okay, you're not getting me like this. Yeah.
Are you talking about making the noise? Yeah. Because I admit I can do that. That's one of the few dance moves I can do.
It's more like HYAP.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that's kind of more the link.
Okay.
So, what I actually did was I just sort of put my... I tilted my shoulders down in one direction so that I was sort of on a bit of a diagonal, and put my elbow up in like a right angle to one side. Sort of like one part of the
chicken dance
of a robot.
Okay.
And I said yep because it's like yep. And there's tab.
Okay, I don't know if I'm doing the correct motion here, but I do sort of look like someone pushed down on my head and I'm a Happy Meal toy and this is the one motion that I can do. And like when you push down on my head, then the arm comes up.
Yeah. That's the tab. You brought up the tab.
Okay, and when music is playing, do you do this like on every downbeat? Or just whenever the singer says tab?
No,
or like when
dude.
the bass drops?
No, dude, we gotta make this like universal and accessible. That's why we've done it this way, because
okay, so again, sort of more like dabbing, where you could just do it whenever.
Yeah,
it counts as a dance.
It's kind of like if you could even give it its own cultural place, where you flip a water bottle. If you make it, you do a dab. If you don't make it, you open a tab.
Okay, so the dab is used to celebrate when things are good, but when you fuck up and like you drop your fidget spinner down a storm drain and like your avocado is bad, then you're just like, oh shit, open another tab, and now I'm like over here in this alternate universe where things are better.
Yeah.
That will require you to be able to move in another dimension other than the typical 3 that we inhabit. But, like, this is a dance move that requires you to step one parallel universe to the left.
Sure. You know what? Let's put a pin in that tab.
Okay.
And I like the tabbing. I'm just tabbing. Like, I like...
You're tabbing. You're tabbing.
I like
you're
it.
doing the tab. Or you're opening a tab.
My worry is that it's too good, and we need to come up with something a little more rustic. Okay?
Okay.
A little more down home.
We've got the shoulder and the elbow involved, which most people do have at least one of each of those. What else can we do that's nice and accessible that involves another part of the body that you can do simultaneously?
DDR.
Okay, again, something that most people can do, not something that you won awards for doing.
Not high level DDR. Beginner DDR.
No, you like you were very good at DDR and everyone's impressed, but like seriously, some people are legless because their mothers ran away with their legs.
Right.
So
I'm so sorry about that.
Can we please do something, some sort of dance that I can do with my ass that is not twerking, because I cannot twerk. I'm twerkless. I have insufficient butt meat.
Millennials, am I right?
You are right. You know what? Some people have more glute than others. Some people have more ass fat than others. But you know what we all have in our butts? That's a butthole. Can we have like some sort of sphincter dance? Just clench and unclench in 4/4 time.
Most can do that. It's a very select few who can't, and they're probably not thinking much about dancing anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, they can just like do moves with their colostomy bag. Like, I can't hold it in, but you can't hold me back. Ooh, ha! Watch me move. Watch out for that spill. That's my bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry I made you think about that.
Yeah, well, it definitely brought my brain to an abrupt halt. Ooh. Maybe that's the dance.
If you have a colostomy bag and a catheter, do they just have them drained to the same bag, or do they still have to be separate on the output?
I'm pretty sure they're separate because you might have one or the other. They don't make a both.
Well, no, I like the inputs, the bit that gets crammed into you is different. I know that, but do they just drain to the same bag, though?
I do not know. Maybe our listeners know.
Drop us a line at higaishow on Twitter. You can go to that. Or hit us up on Facebook, or recommend us on LinkedIn.
That's how you get the job.
Speaking of jobs, ladies and gentlemen, have you heard about Squarespace? Because Squarespace is hiring. Send them your resume right now, and you are guaranteed a 40-hour-a-week job with Benny's.
Mason
just head on over to squarespace.com/hiring.
We are not advocating
HIGAI show for a special offer.
There's no special
that Squarespace is offering. You will be hired by them to do a job.
Will not hire you.
They will. Squarespace, let's get to work.
Whew. Now that
paid advertisement that I did.
Now that
sponsorship
ad break has been done. Hey, and yeah, when we do get to that Squarespace sponsorship, man, they're gonna owe like from ways back, huh?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's how we do.
Yeah.
Also, how we do is opening tabs and flexing our sphincters.
Right. I mean, okay, I don't know if I've got anything for you on the sphincter front. It's pretty much just the two states, open and closed, and
well, I mean, it's a universal thing that the vast majority of humans have. So
flex and I guess it's just flex and push, right? Like that's the maybe we could do a dance based off of the sphincter, and then it like is associated with a pooping song.
Okay, so you put your hands together. I'm sort of doing it right now, where I'm putting the meaty membrane part of my, like, the space before my thumbs. I'm putting that together, and I like open it up, and I look through it, and I say, "Hey, how can you?" And then I close it again, and then I open it up, and I close it again.
That hey, how you do it is you peering through the butthole, huh?
Yeah, and then you like fucking teens love this shit. You take a selfie through it, and then it's like, "What up? I'm looking at you from out of my own butthole. Let's do this thing together." And then they do, and it's good.
There was that Waverly Films sketch of the guy pooping himself out his own butt.
How did they accomplish that? Like, I haven't seen your turn to do a reference for something that I've never heard of. Please describe to me the method by which this was accomplished.
It was a take on Being John Malkovich, except.
Okay, for listeners who don't know the reference Being John Malkovich, there's an actor named John Malkovich, and there's a movie about being him.
Yes, perfect. You tied that up. So. The bit from the sketch was that you were inside of Ford for a few minutes, but then he had to run to the bathroom and he poops you out.
He poops you out. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then he's like, so what happens if you go into the portal? He's like, it was horrible. I pooped myself out my own butt. And Finn.
That's, oh my gosh. Fuck, Being John Malkovich was a really good movie.
It was pretty different. I did like it.
Like, that's my shit. Like, if I made movies, that is what I would do.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing, like, something that you wrote or directed. That would probably be pretty... It would probably push the medium a bit.
Thank you, sir.
Speaking of
That's
pushing...
high praise. Yes.
Poop dance.
I love that we're not getting away from that. Also, I'm very sorry to all dancers everywhere that this is where we've gone with this, but we're bad at this and also most things. So
yeah, I like some nice dancer out there who likes us and might want to support us, thinks we're funny for some unknown reason. They see, oh, dance craze, hot damn, that's my thing. This is gonna be really inspiring to me as a dancer. I am so excited. And then we're at the tab and poop dancing.
Can we just, like, blink rhythmically? Like, is that a thing?
Well, okay. I'm of two minds about this. I'm feeling a little bit conflicted because I appreciate... Okay, you know how whenever there's, like, a dance, like, resolution to a thing and it's all fun and it's like, oh, you know, we worked out our differences after all, and here's the dance part at the end. Yay, it's fun, and credits.
Baby is out of the corner.
Yeah, but usually there's somebody in there that does have a, like, something a little bit awkward for the body shaming part, but then they don't care because they're all doing it together.
They're just busting the moviest move that you can do.
So I feel conflicted because I agree with you that if we were going to invent something, the angle ought to sort of be like, how do we make a dance for the non-dancer, or, like, you know, the person who wants to do nothing. At very least a dance
for me that I can do, and I'm very bad.
And I'm also of the mindset where it's like, yeah, let's get them to do the thing. Let's like, no, what's the phrase? No watchers, observers.
Right.
Everyone is there is participator.
Is just doing the thing.
You gotta get in here too. You know,
and then just everyone does the thing, and they all dab or tab.
They all tab.
They dab and tab.
They all tab. They all open a tab and shit on the floor.
It's just, hey everybody, and then it occurs. Okay.
It occurs. The do dance.
Okay,
craze.
so you know what's a great dance for something like this is the conga line.
You know, you make a good point.
The conga line, everybody gets involved, and you all do it, and it's a dance that never ends, which is good. And you just like, everybody conga, everybody conga.
Yeah, but you also, if you do it to, like, you know, whatever pop songs are playing from this DJ, you're doing it not because it's a dedicated conga, but because it's, you know.
Can I just say, I would love to go to, like, a fucking, I don't know, Diplo show and then try and get a conga line going. Like,
well, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because I guess, like, what EDM is for big concert going things now is very different from how things have been lately. Because, like, those shows are just masses of people, and that's it.
Right.
There's no.
That's not a dance so much as just like pressing up against each other and jumping up and down a lot.
But that hasn't usually been the dance genre. It hasn't been any kind of EDM thing, and lately it has been. And so I don't know what the energy. I mean, if we...
Okay. Hang on. We're getting into genres of music. So let me ask you, what is a genre of music that you could dance to, but no one dances to, and they should?
Well, isn't that what, like, shoegaze is about?
Fuck, you're right.
and like other more emo-y genres where it's grungy things where you just shuffle, you stand in place, not the shuffle or the hustle,
right? Because the shuffle, they're the hustle, the twist. Those are
things. I'm talking about you literally are just like barely moving your feet and not engaged at all. It is as minimal an effort as you can put into moving your body for the sake of moving your body. Yeah, man, I don't know. A genre of music that's poop conga friendly.
Can we don't have to poop. Like, I don't know where you're getting...
Okay, sphincter themed.
Yeah, like conga. You don't have to have a full bowel to enjoy this.
Okay, so sphincter themed conga, human centipede.
Is that technically a dance? Were they dancing? Or were they only dancing at like the very end credit scene where they were celebrating getting out of the place and they were like, hey, we successfully escaped the mad doctor, dance party, and then over the credits just the human centipede did a little dance.
Then the human centipede theme plays and a giant centipede plays in the band, and
if you're in a human centipede, can you do the worm altogether?
Ooh.
Like get multiple sine waves going.
There you go. Got a nice little wave going. Now, that I think the worm is the dance that is the polar opposite of what we're going for. Like, there's more technical dancing that is like breakdancing and stuff.
Spinning on your head.
But the worm is the one.
Butt.
The worm is the one that everyone like cites as the silly showstopper that like 1 in 10 people can do or whatever.
Well, I mean, 10 in 10 people can do the worm if you don't care about how well they worm their worm.
Yeah, I mean, the worm doesn't look that much like how a worm moves.
It really doesn't. If you were a more realistic worm, I assure you everyone can do that dance.
Ooh, maybe our dance craze is the actual worm. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The realistic worm, you just lay on the ground and move around very
as the spirit moves. Yeah, okay, hang on. This is the genre, okay? Like ambient. You know how ambient music you just like have the room, big ass fucking gymnasium, fucking like blankets and pillows everywhere, chill the fuck out. Put on like some ambient synth, just like chill the fuck out, and everyone is like realistic worming everywhere.
Yeah.
And maybe like you encounter another worm and you just want to be like, hey, you're a worm, I'm a worm, what's up? And you just sort of like interacting in a wormy way. And like when you and the other worm want to maybe like get down in a more vertebrate kind of way, that's when you open the tab. And you go and you like tab, and the other person worming is like tab, and then you get up and then you flex your sphincters, and that's how dancing.
Wait a second. What if the tab was an interactive way of passing a dance on to someone else so that you could then switch your dance to some other dance?
Okay, like everyone is worming and one person has to stand up and tab, but they come over to you, and if they tab at you, then they get to lie down and worm, and you have to stand up and tab until you can tab someone else.
Well, I'm more like, what if tabbing was just like dance tag, where, you know, if you're it and you tab someone, they have to do the dance that you were doing just before you tabbed them. It's
okay, can we do like the mime rope thing that people do, where they'll like mime doing a lasso and then they'll pull you onto the dance floor, like that, but with your elbow. And they were worming, and instead then now they have to get up and they have to join your conga line.
Well, the only thing I like about the actual worm, apart from the fact that it's hilarious, is I love it as a listening dance. Like, I'm going to put on some weird, impossible to dance to music. It's you know what it is? It's that ghost from Undertale that just lays on the floor and feels like
Lays
garbage.
on the floor and feels like garbage. Yeah.
It's
okay. Let's all
that.
do the lie on the floor and feel like garbage. Yes.
Yeah, it's essentially that. It's the actual worm, and that
Okay.
I can get behind. That I get that.
I am behind. Yeah.
I definitely don't see it being the other concept I just cited of the tab tag, which I don't know if it's tag. It's like that's more of a dance event. That's not like you can't just show up on any random dance floor and do that. It's got to be like a game at a wedding or something where the dance craze is, you know, I'm gonna do a thing and then pass it on to you and you keep doing the thing.
Okay, well now here's the question though: is this something that 50-year-old uncles do to their nephews? Or is this something that the hip teens will do of their own volition? Because I think it's the former. We're not getting the avocado toast crowd. We're getting the owns property crowd, and they're not cool.
Well, you think we gotta nail all of the crowds with one dance? Because that's gonna be tricky.
All right. Oh yeah. I mean, if it's just an uncle dance, like I guess I can get behind.
No.
Qualified success.
No, fuck it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna dance. We don't settle for mediocrity on this show.
I assure you, we do.
We dance. We do our own dialogue dance.
You can dance if you want to.
Where you get the best quality product. Let's kick it up a notch.
Yes.
Okay.
How do we get the teens excited?
Everyone excited.
Everyone excited. Babies. Okay. Grandma, convicted felons, they all want to do this dance.
We gotta tap into the upset on the internet demographic.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, all this stuff, it happens when people go viral on the internet. What we really need is like a whack-ass meltdown that somebody's having and like have that be your thing, like, oh my god, I'm upset politically about this thing, and then you do the dance, and it's like, oh, they're upset, but they're dancing it out. I can get behind that. Because people love viral videos on the internet, but the one thing they love more than that is being mad. Can we make this a mad dance?
Well, I don't know if I... Now you raised an interesting little conundrum because, like, I am interested in giving people a cathartic way of getting their anger out, and dancing is just as, you know, peaceful and sensible a means as any. But I don't know if I want to do the angry dance. I want to do the happy dance.
Can we make it an angry dance that starts out angry, but then you get all your anger out and just uncontrollably you're happy by the time you finish it?
I got one more piece of the puzzle. One more piece of the pasta I'm going to throw at this wall, too. Because I wanted to get incorporated. We did a positive energy thing in theater where before we would go on stage...
They would hook you up to one terminal of a car battery?
No. I mean, that definitely did. That was more of a sexual energy thing when that happened.
Okay.
But this was more of the general positivity. We would, before we were about to go on stage, we would all come into like a circle, and we pledged that whatever our bullshit with each other, whatever the politics were, whatever grudges we had or whatever, we put our thumbs in, and then we go 1, 2, 3, and we bring it back, and we all go up the bum, and you put the thumb up your bum. And
this was a thing you all did in theater together?
Well,
because I'm gonna be honest, A, that sounds rad as hell, and B, it's about what I expected. So yeah, like, I'm cool with our dance being like, take your thumb or whatever other appendage you happen to have and point it right at your own excretory orifice, your cloaca or whatever you might have, and like be like, hey everybody, get all this angry, and you go angry, and then you go whoa, up the bum, and then everybody like, yay, worm time, and then you worm.
Okay, so
Although it's hard to worm with your thumb up your ass. Because you don't quite have the same flexibility.
Well, no, the thumb, the metaphorical thumb is just up the ass. It's, you know...
Wait, what's a metaphor? Which part of this is a metaphor?
The ass. The ass is a metaphor for healing.
Okay. All right. I enjoy dances that can restore HP.
Heal my ass, the dance.
Physician, heal thine own ass.
Yeah. So, you start with your thumb in your hand. You're looking down at your thumb.
Thumb.
And you're going...
hang on. I just looked at my own thumbs, and I was like, headbang.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing right now, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like to the beat. And then there's you got a build that's coming up to a drop, and you're like, yeah. And then like,
oh, my thumbs are really going.
And then you start shaking the thumb just a little bit. And then
like back and forth, like no.
And then it has to be the kind of song where it has a mislead for the drop, so it like the beat kicks up, but then and it's just like a pad, and then like it builds back up before it does the big drop. Right? So when you get to that part, you do the tab. And it's off to one side, and you're still kind of looking at it like you're over there. I'm gonna keep you. I control you, thumb. You're my thumb, right? And then you're coming up on the big drop.
And that's when you shove one or more of your thumbs up your ass.
And you go 3, 2, 1, up the bum. And then you just like, as soon as the thumb is up the bum, it's like your body goes limp, and you fall to the floor, and you can do as much or as little as a worm as you want.
Okay, so I'm envisioning this like thumbs everywhere, and then the mislead to the drop, and my thumb goes out, and it's almost like I'm saying it's good because my thumb's up, and then the drop, both my thumbs up my own ass, and I fall to the floor, and I begin convulsing as though I'm having a seizure, and all of the people around me also did it, and we're just sort of writhing on each other.
Yeah, it's and you know what? You know how dances are supposed to kind of potentially get sexy?
That's pretty sexy, not gonna lie.
If you're all just in one big cuddle puddle where you're
now
worms,
this is so important. This is so important. Your thumb goes up your own ass. You don't put it up your dance partner's ass, especially not without them expecting it. Your thumb, your own ass, period. No exceptions on this.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty important.
Now, that being said, if you're particularly close to someone else, like your thumb's up your butt, their thumb's up their butt, but you're just sort of akimbo slightly, and you could like do it in such a way that your elbows are linked, and now you're a chain.
Chain of worms.
A chain of elbow-linked, thumb-up-the-butt worms, yes.
Now, you know what I like about this? Is that the drop to something crazy or silly at all. Very, very, very memeable.
Yes, so we're gonna have plenty of vines of teens that are just like, here comes the drop, and then they all shove their thumbs up their asses and fall on the floor, and that gets their parents concerned at first, because the parents are like, we have to stop our kids from doing this, it's bad for some reason, we're banning it in school. But then like you wait like a year, and then all the parents are like, oh, I need to connect with my teen child so I can tell them not to do drugs. Hey, kids, watch your old man do the thumb up the bum. Bet you thought I wasn't cool enough to do this. And then it catches on with the uncle crowd, and you're good.
Right. And then, yeah, like it's the quintessential once a middle-aged person has done the Harlem Shake, it's not the same as it was you know, but up until that point,
But oh no, here's the thing though.
You gotta do it.
Is it's still cool because the parents might be doing it in an attempt to connect, a futile attempt to connect with their teenagers, but what they don't know is, and what they can't know, is the secret move that you do with your thumb when it's in your ass, because they can't see that part. It's in their butt.
That's
so
private.
like they're like, "Hey kids, am I doing it right?" And then the kids are like, "Whatever, old man. You don't know about the secret move I'm doing with my thumb.
You don't know how to thumb your ass properly, Steve. You're not
my real dad, Steve."
You don't know how to thumb your ass cool.
And he's like, "Oh, I thought I was doing it. I thought I was doing the thing. Trevor, why won't you let me in?"
You'll get it next time, Steve.
You'll get it next time, Steve. You'll thumb your own ass properly next time. I gotta look up on the internet how to do it.
Oh man, we've developed a rich lore for this. Now, I kind of still like the actual worm.
Yeah, I mean, no kidding. It's a great dance, and I think that it would be better if we all did it as a group and like flopped against each other. Like, that's cool to me.
Because you know there's gonna be just a couple of innocent injuries.
Oh yeah, wait, we're talking about everybody falling on the floor and writhing without the use of their hands to stop themselves from clunking skulls against each other or the floor. There will be deaths. Like, let's not kid ourselves. People will die and it will be messy, but it's gonna be cool. That's gonna make it more cool, because what do teens love more than alienating their parents? Death. Perfect.
It's those deaths still make it into the actual worm fail compilation video.
The worm fail compilation is just all people having terrible spinal injuries and or pooping themselves.
Yeah, or like falling onto their drinks and then like broken glass.
But here's the thing, is you're still cool if you do that. Like, you have the worm fail, but this is important, is like afterwards you show the person who did the worm fail and their friends are all around them like, "Hey, oh my god, I can't believe he did it. This is going on that worm fail site and it's going to be awesome. Yeah!" And like, it's celebrated because you want to like have this not be a negative thing. It's like, yes, you just, fell on the floor and shit yourself, but you're still cool because your friends are all around you telling you how cool you are.
We've done some beautiful work here. I think that she's done the dance craze, the actual
I'm
worm.
so sorry to everyone who has ever danced, but yes.
But here's the funny thing about this. I'm gonna not commit to this 100%, but maybe there will be another MP3 file coming out this week alongside this one.
Not this week, Luke is tired.
That you can dance to and send us videos of yourself dancing to, and then engage with us socially on LinkedIn? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, you could do that.
Social media?
The main thing is that I want it to be the perfect example song that you could do the actual worm to. So the musical cues are very obvious, because you still have to do the thumb shaking at the beginning, then the tab, and then the 3, 2, 1 up the ball.
So do we just call this like the literal worm? Like, is that what we call this? The actual worm?
I kind of like the actual worm personally.
The actual worm. Everybody do the actual worm. That actually sort of rolls off the tongue a little bit. The actual worm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So that's that. That's what we got for this week. Just a reminder to all the people listening. If you are
still listening,
who are still, I felt like saying that as well. Just double checking. If you're still kicking around, there's the Twitter, higaishow. There's
at twitter.com.
At twitter.com. There's a Gmail, You can
There
email
is.
us. You know what? You can email us. higaishow.com. Sorry, higai show. That's also the website. higaishow@gmail.com. If you want to email us a limitation, we will.
Okay.
We will incorporate it.
Like, what is this that you're doing now?
Surprise.
What?
Plot twist.
We don't need more limitations. We're barely functional as it is.
We killed this one. Are you kidding me? The actual worm is going to be so hot. Or a
With
tweet.
beans.
Or a tweet.
Okay.
Email or a tweet. We could take them both. Give us your limitations. Because maybe we'll bring that in. Maybe we won't. You don't run this show. We do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we might choose not to do the thing that you say.
Or
we
maybe,
have free will.
Or maybe we will. Maybe go either way.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing.
Yes.
Mason, your turn.
Okay. You know what I hate?
Uh-oh. I'm feeling the passion already. Okay, what is it that you hate?
Cars. Like, the movie is pretty bad, but the thing that cars are is bad. They're wrecking the environment.
Uh-huh.
They're like a major contributing factor to climate change.
Yes.
Also, car crash is one of the #1 causes of fatality. That's bad. Can we have a better mode of transportation?
Transportation. Coming up next week.
Transpo.
The Transpo. The Transpo
Is that what we call it?
remix. Transpo
Yeah.
remix.
Remix.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. And as always, you know what you can do.
To Grimace. The big purple guy from McDonald's. Is that what you're wanting me to say? Is you want me to say the thing that I always say? Because we've had some complaints. Some people have not liked the thing that I say.
Suck Grimace's dick, everybody.
Oh, he said it. My brother said the thing that I say. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Yep.
Can't do Bob.
Yep.
Can't do Bob.
Yep.
Can't do Bob.
Yep.
Can't do like that.
Yep.